Hello and welcome. You're watching FYI. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. Now this is the season where we're all waiting with anxiousness about the results that are going to come out. And what a year it has been for students, for parents, for teachers as well. But first let's start with what we know for sure and what's waiting in the pipeline. Now the Council of Indian School Certificate Examination, they've declared their ISC and ICSE results on the 24th of July. Now, Twitter was abuzz with memes now, tickling everybody's funny bone. And despite exams being cancelled and results being delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic, the pass percentage, wait for it, has gone up, along with the rise in the number of students getting over 90% marks. Who would have thought? Now, as soon as that news broke out, from the toppers to backbenchers, all began sort of filling social media with memes and jokes. Some dealt with the delay in CBSE class 10th results, date of 2021. Those memes and all of that we'll get into in just a bit. But first up, in this program today, we'll be looking at what is it like to be, what will it be like to actually enter college when you've not given your boards, when you just in this pandemic year, what is college life going to be like, and what are the anticipations that students are building up to. While we do that, let's first tell you what exactly was this difference in marks. How different were the results of 2020 compared to when exams did happen, that was back in 2019. And this graphic will bring you that. When exams did not happen, that is 2021 versus 2019 when exams did take place. Now the overall pass percentage there for ICSE, that was 98.54% in 2019, cut to now when it is 99.98%. This is the overall pass percentage that has come in. This is class 10th, remember. Let's look at class 12th now. Overall pass percentage for 2019, that is when the exams did take place, that was 96.52%, cut to now. From 96, it has gone to 99.76. So what happened? How did this pandemic year ended up bringing in so many more students passing their boards and higher, like I said, higher number of people getting their 90% marks as well? We looked at some data from Delhi NCR and that recorded a pass percentage of 100% in their ICSE results. Delhi NCR, everybody who appeared for these examinations of ICSE, they all passed. And then again, for ISC class 12th, not very different, 99.93% students who actually sat for these examinations, or in this case actually did not, they ended up getting their pass percentage as well. So soon, well, wait for it, memes followed up. Let's put some of those on the screen for you, like this one. ICSE declaring results before CBSE was the most popular one, saying hum first, hum first. There were several others saying literally no one, my friend, after scoring 75% without studying said, Kyun hila dala na, almost there, saying, well, how could you actually be scoring so low at a time like that? Me and my friends now, this one quite funny, saying, Utsav ki tayari karo, and there were several others as well talking about somebody saying, I've got 90% marks in their board, saying, so what is the big deal over here? Some also passing off marks over there like that of a famous Hollywood movie. Oh, there are lots of memes doing the rounds on that one. But wait for it, as those memes came in, now is the turn for CBSE, and that means that CBSE exam results, which are expected anytime now this week, around 14 lakh students for class 12th will be waiting very anxiously for those results. Class 10th, around 21.5 lakh students waiting with bated breath as well. But if you're one of those stuck with how to actually check your result, don't worry, we've got a guide for you on how to actually get a hold of your result when they are tabulated. Well, the formula we have discussed in our previous episodes as well, but what essentially you have to do is that your teachers and the board, they've got together, they've calculated your marks according to that formula, and for that you have to visit their website and then just go into the link available on the home page, enter your roll number and your date of birth, and then you'll have to submit your result will be displayed over there on the screen. You can also take a printout of that, keep it with yourself and download that for further need as well. And while that happens, well, the class of 2022, they're really wondering and waiting in the wings on what's going to happen to them. And they seriously had the last laugh on this one, as they are not going to give not just one board exam, but two. The structure that has come in now, which is a paradigm shift on what we've seen in the board so far. CBSE has said that they will be not having one but two board exams. The term 1 exam will be concluded and conducted in around November to December in 2021, and the second term will be in March, April of 2022. Now that's all about examination and their results. But the real life challenge, college life, higher education, it all begins post your examination results. And that is an area where we saw some serious challenges coming in, and the impact of COVID-19 on higher education. What exactly has that been like? That's an important area to touch upon. And there we figured out there was more pressure on students on higher education institutes. UNESCO, in fact, came out to say that over 320 million students in Indian schools and colleges were impacted. Digital divide, a huge factor over here. More Indian students will be staying at home in India. What does that mean? Will they still be signing up for college and studying from home, or will they wait for their term? Many of them going abroad as well. We've discussed that in a previous FYI episode with you. And also now, India, remember, is the second largest source of international students in the world. What's happening on that front? Travel restrictions making a lot of people very nervous. We also saw a trend earlier that people skipped a year. They decided to take up a course locally in the country, but waited for their chance to get their vaccine, which was obviously expedited for those wanting to travel abroad, students who wanted to travel abroad, and they were given facilitation so that they could go on and study and complete their course there. The drop in enrollment, however, has been seen as a major challenge as well, with the tuition fee, and public institutions could be seeing reduced funding as well. So there is a sort of unclear terrain where we are getting into on what is on the minds of these students.